helpful, tricky tool is going to be the mirror tool. So like I was saying, we want to kind of reduce the amount of drawing that we're going to do, but you guys also want to practice drawings. So I'll get rid of these grass. The mirror tool is, as it sounds, it mirrors your objects. So it's this little double triangle with the dashed line in between, and you can see that if I hover over it, there's an equal sign. So that little dashed line represents the mirror. We are drawing the mirror. Before we draw the mirror, we have to select the objects that we want to mirror. So I'm going to select the mirror tool or press equals, which is the shortcut key. I can see that the mode menus along the top, there is a little standard mode and then there's a duplicate mode. So we could take an object and we could mirror it, and that's just going to flip it, and it's going to flip the original. Or the duplicate mode takes our original objects, leaves them where they're at, and duplicates them and mirrors them around that plane. So for these bricks, I don't want to have to draw any more bricks. So I'm going to use my selection tool, and I'm going to use my polygon marquee. And I'm going to go around and select those objects. Okay, they're all selected. I can see they're highlighted. Now, and up in my object info palette, it says I have 39 lines. Now I'm going to select my mirror tool and hit equals. Okay, and then it changes, there's no more object handles, but what I have to do now is draw that mirror plane. So I want this to mirror around this vertical axis. So I have to draw that vertical axis. So I'm going to use these vertical lines as snapping reference points. So I'm going to click on this endpoint, and I'm going to drag down. I'm going to hold shift so it snaps and constrains vertically. And you can see that as I do so, there's these blue lines of what those bricks are going to look like. So I'm just going to press click, and it mirrors those. Oh, I did it on the wrong plane. I'm going to undo that. So I mirrored it on the wrong plane, so they overlapped. So I'm going to actually use this line, I think. Okay. And look at that. I've created all those bricks. So you can do that with, you have to remember though, it's going to maintain that angle. So remember the opposite, it's 30 and 150. So it's not going to work for objects that you don't want that opposite angle for. And you have to think, what is the plane? So if I drew a horizontal line now, I'm going to get it's going to flip along that horizontal plane and duplicate those objects, but that's not what I want. So what we're doing when we're using the mirror tool is we're drawing that mirror. So we have to select our objects first, and we have to understand that plane that we're mirroring around. So is it vertical, is it horizontal, or is it at an angle as well? Any questions? All good.